Israel misuses the Ark. 1 Samuel 4-7. The Philistines were Israel's strongest enemies during the days of Samuel, Israel's last judge. One day the Philistine army fought the Israelites and killed 4,000 Israelite soldiers. When Israel's army returned, their leaders wondered, why did the Lord let the Philistines beat our army? Instead of praying to God for help, they decided to take the Ark of the Covenant with them into the next battle. They thought the Ark would save them from defeat. The Ark of the Covenant was the special altar where God met with his people. But the Ark was not a good luck charm. The Israelites needed to learn to trust God himself and not the symbol of God. The two sons of Eli, the high priest, took the Ark to the battlefront. When the people saw the Ark, they gave such a great shout that the Philistines heard them. When the Philistines learned about the Ark, they were afraid. They had heard about the problems God had brought on the Egyptians. Because they were afraid, the Philistines fought even harder. This time they killed 30,000 Israelites, including Eli's two sons, and they captured the Ark of the Covenant from Israel. A messenger returned to tell Eli the bad news. When he heard the Philistines had captured the Ark, he was so sad that he fell backwards off his chair and died. Israel cried out. They felt as if God was no longer with them. Meanwhile, the Philistines took the Ark to a city called Ashdod and put it in a temple next to a statue of their god Dagon. The next morning, the people of Ashdod found Dagon lying face down on the ground before the Ark. They picked up the idol and put it back on its pedestal. The same thing happened the next morning, except the statue's head and hands were broken off and found in the temple doorway. Only the one true God could have done this. God caused trouble for the people of Ashdod. They had tumors on their bodies, and rats overran their city. They sent the Ark to another city called Gath, but the people there became sick too. The people of Gath sent the Ark to a city called Ekron, but the people there complained and demanded the Ark be returned to Israel. Many of the people of Ekron died or had tumors. The people cried out because of the trouble God brought on them. The Ark of the Covenant was with the Philistines for 7 months. Finally, they called their priests and magicians together and asked how they could send the Ark back to Israel. The priests and magicians answered, "When you send back the Ark, offer gifts to the God of Israel, so you will be healed. Make 5 golden tumors and 5 golden rats, one for each of the 5 Philistine leaders. Put the gifts in a chest and put it and the Ark on a new wagon. Hitch it to 2 milk cows that have just given birth and have never pulled a wagon. Send the wagon in the direction of Israel." The 2 mother cows would not normally leave their young calves, but God caused them to stay on the road toward Israel. They mooed all the way. The people of a place called Beth Shemesh on the border of Israel were harvesting wheat when they spotted the wagon and the Ark of the Covenant. They were happy to see the Ark. When the cows stopped near a large rock in a field, the Levites put the Ark and the chest on the large stone. They chopped up the wagon and used the wood to offer the cows to the Lord as a burnt offering. But some of the people of Beth Shemesh sinned against God when they looked into the Ark. God's law demanded that the Ark stay closed and covered when it was not in the tabernacle. God killed more than 50,000 men because they did not respect him. The people of Beth Shemesh were afraid. They sent for a priest named Abinadab to come get the Ark. Abinadab brought the Ark to the house of his son Eleazar, where it stayed for 20 years. During all that time, the Israelites continued to war with the Philistines. Finally, Israel cried out to God. Samuel told them they must put away their idols and worship God alone. When they admitted their sin before the Lord, Samuel prayed for them and made a sacrifice. The next time Israel battled the Philistines, God confused the Philistines with a loud clap of thunder. The Israelites won the battle. God gave Israel peace as Samuel served as God's judge in the land. God taught the Israelites that he would never leave them. He also taught them to worship him alone. God won't leave us either. Since God is always with us, we should worship him and serve him the rest of our lives.